Hey, how you doing today? It's your girl Ferrari back in a cut. Welcome aboard, and if you are new here, Wizzo is that in the Zabo is that. So you guys, I'm just gonna keep this vlog short because I want to get straight to the point because my brother, his surgery is tomorrow. Well, if you guys saw my last video, we went to Disney from December 5th to December 11th. So we came home on December 11th or whatever. But so one of the things I didn't like about the Disney trip was my feet. They were hurting so much. Like, I'm sure everybody has this complaint, but I just really wanted to put that out there. Okay, so as I was saying, we went to Disney, right? My feet were hurting, all that good stuff. Okay, the camera, so we went to Disney, my feet were hurting, yada, yada, yada. Okay, one of the things I did not like about the trip, I'm sure you guys saw my face in the last vlog, it was actually because, like, there's, like, this, not even a, I don't know what you would call it, it was just, like, a little situation that upset me, and it got under my situation that had happened that kind of, that did upset me, but it was just like, you know, this is nothing new. Like, we were at Disney for 5 days, and the two days, the 5th and the 11th, those were days we were at the hotel. And so we were there for a couple days, right? So the first couple days, which were Monday and Tuesday, we had, there weren't really any problems getting through security or anything like that, right? And so then comes, was it Wednesday, I believe? Yeah, it was probably Wednesday, because we didn't go to the park on Thursday. Yeah, okay. So Wednesday comes, right? And we're going through security. My little sister, she has a tripod to take pictures, right? And it's the one that extends, yada, yada, yada. Okay, so yeah, my little sister, she has a tripod. So when we went through security, you know how they do the bag check and then you walk through the little metal detector, right? And so, you know, we did that. Everybody takes off their little purse, whatevers, and puts their little cell phone on the little table, right? And so she puts her tripod down. And it's this white guy. And he decides to make a whole big scene out of her tripod. And he was like, does it extend? And then he was like acting like there was something there. And I was just like, you know, and he was holding up the line. There was a long line behind us. At this point, the people that were in front of us were long gone. And so it was like this whole big scene. And then he walked to the other side, to another security line to go ask somebody. And the guy just waved it off like, why are you tripping over a tripod? And he was just, you know, that really just, it upset me. And that was one of the things I was just like, you know what? Like, it kind of just like, I'm supposed to be at the happiest place on earth. It didn't kind of bother me. It did bother me. But anyway, fast forward to the end of the trip. We're on our way home. So our checkout was at 11 a.m. on Saturday, December 11th, right? And so we checked out. We got out before checkout. Me and my sister, we loaded the car, and our car was stuffed, you guys. But anyway, that's not the point. Having our car full like that really didn't help the situation that happened. So we're driving home, right? We went through the grapevine, all of that. And tell me why. I didn't realize it. I have my earphones in, you know, I'm in my zone, you know, and I'm falling asleep, dozing off, you know, all that good stuff, eating my snacks, you know, and we had McDonald's for breakfast. It was cool, right? And then I don't know what city we were in, but all I know is, like, you know, I was listening to my music and I saw my sister, she was on the phone. I saw her on the phone because usually when my mom is on the phone, she has her earpiece in, but my sister had the phone on speaker because I saw her holding it out. And I'm, you know, I'm like wondering what's going on. So I paused my music, right? And I'm like, hey, what's happening? And tell me why. My sister's like, something's wrong with the car. And my mom, at this point, who was driving? It was my mom was driving because they had already switched seats, because they switched seats halfway through the trip. So, you know, they split the hours. But my mom, she was driving at the time, so my sister was on the phone, right, with my dad. And yeah, so my sister's all like, the car, something's like wrong with it. And I was just like, oh no, like, are you for real? Like, this can't be happening. It was getting to the point where the car was like, it seemed like it was about to shut down. It was just acting crazy, you guys. It was making this horrible noise. And I have some videos that I'm gonna insert to show you guys like what was going on. It was just crazy. But anyway, it started like making this weird noise, and it was getting louder and louder, and like the engine was about to give out. And my dad, he was just like, you know what, keep going. And then my mom was like, it's about to break down. Like, you might have to pick us up in your little semi. And then he was just like, no, just keep going, keep going. And then so we did. And the noise got louder and louder. So it got louder and louder. I kid you not.
Say what? Oh my goodness.
got to the point where the noise was so loud and the car like didn't want to, it barely wanted to go. Like it didn't want to go 55. It was only going 55 miles per hour. And so that's how we knew something was wrong. Like, why? And then my dad was like, just stay going 55 and under. And so that's what my mom did. So she was driving and driving. And my dad, he was on the phone the whole time. But then at some point, his phone was tripping and he couldn't hear us. Or no, we couldn't hear him. I don't know. Something was going on. His phone was tripping. It wasn't us because he called everybody's phone. And we couldn't hear him, I believe. But anyway, so that was going on, right? My mom was driving, staying 55 and under. She put her hazards on. We were driving, you know, doing a little thing. And then so the noise gets louder and louder. And then this car starts only wanting to go 35 miles per hour. So my mom, she pulls off to the exit, an exit that we don't know, but it was the exit because, okay, hold on. I'm getting too into it. So I forgot to mention that we were supposed to stop and get food halfway through. So wait, halfway through the trip, we were supposed, my sister, my mom, they switched seats. So my mom was driving, right? And then my mom was supposed to drive us so we can get food to get lunch, you know, before we head back home because we were supposed to get home that evening. And so the exit where we were supposed to get food, my dad was telling us, you know what, like forget the food, come straight home and stuff like that. So we had already passed the exit that we were gonna get food at. That goes to the area where we get food at, and so we had already passed that, and now we were like it was like the boonies, right? And so my mom had to pull off into the boonies, and we were driving, and my mom was like GPS us to like a food place or like, you know, a shopping center, you know, with people, civilization. And so that's what she did, and we were driving, you know, the car was barely working. And then we came to the street that we needed to go on, and it said the road was closed down the street we needed to go on to get to civilization. Mind you, we don't know our way around this town, you guys. And so my mom decides to turn, because like it's the boonies where we're driving, and then you keep going, and then there's some houses, and then there's the road closure. So she turned on the street with the houses, and we're parked, you know, on the side of somebody's house, and we're in a neighborhood, right? And so we didn't know how to get around the road closure because every time we tried to GPS it, it would tell us we needed that street in order to get to civilization. So we were kind of stuck. We were just sitting there because the car, it didn't want to go, it was acting up. And then my mom started driving. My dad was like, you know what, get back on the freeway, keep coming this way. So that's what we did. We kept going, kept driving, right? And then the car really, it was fine. It was going 55 again. It was at 35 miles. We were only able to go 35 miles per hour, and then it started going 55 miles. We were cool for a minute, right? And then my mom was like, no, like this car, she was talking to my dad. She's like, it's like really about to give out. Like, you need to come pick us up. You need to like come pick us up. And so he was like, you know what? Let me go get my license, and I'm gonna drive to you, and I'm gonna meet you, and I'm gonna follow behind you as you drive. So that's what he decided. The car was going so slow that we didn't need to like meet in the middle or anything. Like he would have got there and we still would have been 5 minutes in the drive. That's what it felt like to me. But anyway, so he said, yeah, you know what, I'm gonna come to you guys and yada yada yada, and tell me why he did not bring his semi-truck. So we have another car. So we have the white SUV, and then we have this other SUV that's broke down, and my parents have had it for over a decade, and this thing is run down. It is, it's been through, bruh, it's been through so much. We call her Old Faithful, and so she's really gotten us through it. And so why would he take this Old Faithful that's about to already croak over? It has bad, well, the brakes, they work, but they're not as great as the white SUV. And so here we are in this situation. My sister was telling my dad, like, hey, take the semi, because or else my older brother's gonna have to come save us with his car, and he can't even fit all of us in there and our luggage. So you know what? My sister was like, just bring your truck. We could put our luggage and stuff in your trailer and yada, yada, yada. And my dad was like, no. And he decided to bring Old Faithful. So he's driving to us. And as he's driving, and we're trying to drive towards him, guess what happens, you guys? The car, like when I tell you it didn't want to go at this point, like all those other times I said it didn't want to go, no, that was a joke. Sweetie, that was a joke. Because this car, it did not want to go at all. My mom, she had to pull over to the shoulder. And mind you, this whole time she was driving with her hazards on to let people know. So she started pulling off to the shoulder because the car was literally, it was smoking. It didn't like, it was like it was about to blow up. And I was telling my siblings, y'all put y'all shoes on, we about to get out of here. And so she was pulling off to the shoulder and getting off on the exit. And all she needed to do, there was a gas station. Okay, so we're pulling off the exit. There was a gas station on the left, and there was a gas, and then there was this empty paint lot. It was a paint store on the right. And so we had to turn off the freeway, turn right, go on the ramp, turn right, and either go left to the gas station or right to the paint store. And so of course we were close. We needed to go through the light, and we couldn't even make it through the light, you guys. It got to the point where smoking. My mom was stuck almost in the intersection, but still in the lane, if that makes sense. Like she was in the, like, I guess the crosswalk you would say, but still like in the intersection trying to turn right. And, you know, and the cars were honking, and I'm just like, do you guys not see this smoke? It's about to blow up. And the thing is, it almost, I'm pretty sure it probably was going to blow up, but I didn't know for sure, because my mom was telling him about how, like, you know how the thing flashes and says, oh, you need oil or something like that. But I guess it was, I don't know what the thing was saying. It was saying something maybe, but he knew it had to do with the, we didn't know what it was, but I guess we were guessing, he was guessing it was the transmission or something like that. It had to do with something under the hood because something was happening and we didn't know. So we are not car people. We don't know what we're talking about. We don't know what we're doing. We're in the intersection, blocking it. We're stuck. The car's smoking. Cars are honking behind us. The light is green, you guys. This whole time, the light is green. I tell you this. And the car did not want to move. My mom was pressing on the gas. We were just sitting there. It just made it smoke even more. So we were just kind of sitting there like, are these cars going to like stop honking at us? And like, that was like only for like, what, 5 seconds? And then tell me why. This guy off the street, like, I don't even know where he came from. I didn't see him coming. He decided, he was like, hey, like, I don't know. He went up to my mom's window and he said something about the car and yada, yada, yada. He's like, let me help you guys. And he was like, hey, put it in neutral. I'll push it and yada, yada, yada. So my older sister, she got off the passenger seat and she helped him push. And then out of nowhere, this guy from the gas station, he came running across the street, basically, well, to the intersection to help my sister and that random guy push the car. And so they were pushing it. It was in neutral. It was barely moving. Because mind you, it's me and my siblings in there and my mom. So me and my 3 younger siblings and my mom in the car. And on top of that, luggage. Heck of luggage. Like the car was fully jam-packed. And so they were pushing that. It was barely moving. But she had it in neutral. And then it started moving. And then they finally got it to like go. And they have to put it in the parking lot of the paint store. And then as they were pushing it there, and my mom was able to park in a parking space there, or you know, park some kind of way. These 2 guys, I guess they were behind us at the intersection or something, and they had pulled over or something, and then they came running down the street, and they were like, you guys need help, you guys need help. But they had already pushed the car to the parking lot. And so we were just like, you know what, we were just like, thank you so much, like I really appreciate it. And that random guy that came off, the first random guy off the street, he just like let them know like, hey, like it's the cars, we got it here, thank you, and yada yada yada. So all that happened. It was cool. It was, you know, we got off the streets. You know, we not for the streets no more, okay? And so that was just, y'all, it doesn't end there. So my dad, he comes, we told him about the situation or whatever. So we have to wait a while for him to come. And, you know, me and my siblings, that's what I love about me and my siblings and my mom and just my family. Like, we make the best out of horrible situations. Like, even though we like, this like was really stressful and we just wanted to get home, you know? And we be having fun with it, bro. We be struggling. We could be like going through it and we still try to like laugh, you know? Like, I'd rather laugh than cry, you know? And so that's what I just love about me and my siblings. Like, we make light of the situation, even though it was so stressful and I wanted to just scream. We was just having fun with it. And we just in the car, and I have some footage. I'm gonna throw in footage from all of this that has happened in here somewhere. So you guys. Yeah. Mom. Daddy, the noise did stop and it went back to up to 55, but oh my goodness. Daddy. Yeah. The transmission completely blew. I had to, me and 2 other guys had to push it out of the intersection.
So we had to get. No, we had to get off the freeway. It started going so slow on the freeway, like 20 miles per hour, until I took the next exit, and on the exit I couldn't make it off the exit. I was right at the light of the exit, and it wouldn't go. And cars were honking. I had my hazards on, but they just kept honking.
I saw smoke, and they kept on smoking.
No, across the street. We couldn't make it to the gas station. We just had to push it off to the side of the road. I'm in the parking lot of a paint store. Across the street from the gas station, this like busy intersection. Smoking so bad. It's still smoking. It's smoking like crazy. Smoke everywhere. Underneath the hood. They're smoking like crazy.
Daddy, it looks like the car is on fire the way the smoke is coming out. It's not on fire, but it looks like it.
You know what somebody says when there's smoke, there's fire?
Mother.
The guy said my transmission's gone. That's what he thinks.
Okay, I left my
There's a gas station across the street. We can always get one.
Get what?
So you have to tow the car.
Get what?
Something to pull it.
about 15 minutes.
Wow. Thank goodness.
Do that.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.
I was ready to get out the car and run.
You got on her bus?
He know too.
So you gonna leave him?
Every man for himself.
No, he was getting ready to run too. I told him put your shoes on.
I know, but you're not gonna hook him. Leave him this car.
I wasn't even leaving him. Mom, this is.
Every man for himself. Hey, what about me? I'm trying to say.
You know how to unhook, and then what about Ellie back there?
Mommy, what if I don't unhook fast enough? I got all this stuff on my legs. I can barely maneuver. I'm struggling with my legs, okay?
Ain't nobody say that we weren't gonna unhook him, Mom. You're just assuming. If you weren't gonna unhook him, just say that.
You said you was getting ready to run.
Yeah, I was putting my shoes on.
Unhook brothers first so you can run.
No, I said, I literally said, everybody put your shoes
You
on.
said every man for himself. That's what you said.
Yeah. Okay.
That means you're happy.
Wait, what did you say?
If it happened on the mountain, the breakdown.
On the grapevine?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like, I'm in my best life in LA, y'all.
And then a big truck hit you.
I'll make friends with the cows.
Oh yeah, on the grapevine, you don't call service.
You didn't have enough.
Oh, then I'll be just chewing gum on the side of the road. I'll just put you out there first and let them have you as a snack.
I'm gonna get my thank you gift.
And I'm running down the freeway to the new exit.
Cheers.
No, I'm gonna have the other people behind me. Or maybe I can thumb a ride. You never know. Everything is coming.
Because by the time we come back tomorrow, it'll be cleared out. Believe that.
Mom. Oh, yeah. Mom.
It'll be at the shopping spree.
It would be.
For a bunch of people.
These are cute clothes.
Your shopping spree. Oh my goodness. And dirty clothes too.
Okay.
Child, during these run of
I'm gonna
times.
take your underwear too.
It-
Anyway, $3.99. Mommy, can I step out?
Yeah, if I can't take my Disney fit, I'm putting it on. Because it can go over my
But
clothes
if you
anyway.
go step back in, you know.
Yeah, 100 layers of clothing. Wait, what?
You go step back in, you realize.
I'll leave the car door open.
Don't let them look around.
100 layers of clothing. Let everybody in. Free ride. Even though it broke down.
That was nice, that guy. He told us where he lived. I mean, at least he's a cool guy.
At least chivalry is not good.
Who's similarly?
Chivalry. You know, like, how do you...
I don't even know how to pronounce that. Similarly.
You know how to explain chivalry?
Is that that like the name for this car?
My brain is fried after today.
You know, chivalry, like men coming to help a woman in distress. You know? Some men will be, like see you break down and be like, "Go on, girl," and they pass right by.
The black one is saving us.
Not now.
We never thought we thought it'd be the opposite way, but no, it's this way.
Oh no, but we can
Mommy, the black one gonna break down on the way.
You gonna share with me?
What? The question was what she is.
You want some chicken?
Because he was just picking up because it fell. I don't care. 'Cause I don't want the chicken. I was gonna give it to Daddy.
Do you want some chicken?
Yeah.
Oh, he does.
Yeah. Nice and cold.
Chicken is good when it's cold, though. It doesn't taste bad.
No, but you ate your rotisserie. That's what you're reminding me of.
How am I supposed to find my chicken in the truck?
Huh?
How am I supposed to find my chicken in the
Oh, use your light. But you know,
I'll wait
don't
until
keep it on.
we can heat it up.
You know, just keep it with some light back there. You don't just keep it on. You know? I understand.
You just have to laugh. That's it. Y'all, I said we stuck like Chuck, and he asked me, "Who's Chuck? And why are we stuck like him?" What? Don't ask me that. You just laugh and move on.
No.
Like you and my Benny. Don't do that.
How will we like
Get away from me.
no.
You making it fun. You're making it fun.
It smells like pee and smoke. Is that y'all father? Y'all father?
That's the black.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah.
There he is, y'all. I can't see because my lips are open. There he is.
Open up the window.
I can't. I don't want.
Oh, open. Oh yeah.
You're gonna have to get out because Daddy gotta get the stuff.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah, so put that
Chicken for Popeye.
down.
You're going
Put that chicken for Popeye down. Love that chicken for Popeye.
So we waited for my dad to come and yada yada yada. When my dad showed up, he unloaded our luggage into the other SUV, right? And so then he decided that, oh, I'm gonna try to tow the broke down SUV with Old Faithful. So, or did I say that right? Y'all know what I'm talking about. He was gonna attach the broke down SUV to Old Faithful. Yeah, okay, got it. Okay, after he loaded the Old Faithful with all our luggage and stuff, we decided to go, or not we decided, he decided to go to AutoZone because he needed some rope because he wanted to try to tow it. And so I was just like, you know what, this is not gonna work. But he went to AutoZone anyway, did his little thing. And so we came back to that paint store parking lot to get the white SUV, right? And so he tries to do what he has to do, and it doesn't work. He tries putting the car on neutral to back it up, so none of that works. So I was just like, you know what, Dad, we need to either let this car go or you need to get it towed.
There's a lot of accidents in the middle of the road and people hitting each other, like where she broke down. They don't pay any attention coming off and they run right into the back of somebody. Like I said, I live right here. I manage all 4 of these houses and I see it all the time. Well, you guys have a good night then.
Okay, thank you so much. You too, thank you so much.
He said that's what makes the world go round.
Like after a couple tries, he decided that this is not gonna work, and so he called the tow company. Oh, bro, that was expensive, and it shouldn't have been that much. But we live far from where we were, so I understand why it cost that much to have it towed. But child, pockets, they ain't looking at that no more, so they not thinking in the snicker. They're skinny bitty. Other than our pockets being dry, got the car towed. And you know, the tow guy, my dad was had that white SUV towed to one of the auto shops that he always goes to. So it got dropped off there. We met the guy there. But tell me why on the way, like, so the tow truck, he told my dad, like, I'm gonna get some diesel and then I'm gonna meet y'all there. And so that's what we did. We were driving, right? We were driving. Tell me why. We were like 20 or 30 minutes away from where we were supposed to meet the tow guy. And the car, Old Faithful, y'all, Old Faithful, the one that saved us, made this little, like it coughed or something. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It was like the car coughed. Old Faithful, she had a bad cough. Let's just say that, because when we was just driving and then it went like I don't know, it just like jumped or something, like coughed. And so all my siblings, we all have our earphones in because we all listen to music when we're in the car. And so we all took our earphones out and we was all like, we all looked at each other, we're like, did you guys feel that? And tell me why. We all felt it. And I was just mad because I was hoping this wasn't happening. Like, are you telling me Old Faithful, she's giving out on us after 10 plus years? Child, this cannot be happening. And so my dad, my mom were just like my mom and my siblings, we all started laughing. And then my dad was all like, we asked my dad, like, hey, like, is this car about to break down too? And he was like, yeah. And then he started pulling on to the shoulder. Like, why would you say yes? Please just tell me it's a lie. Please just tell me it's a joke. Like, this can't be happening. And so he pulled off the shoulder. He opened up the hood. And then he was like, because they were supposed to get that car fixed already before, get something fixed on there. Even though we just need to throw it out, in my opinion. But nobody wants to do that. I know I ain't talking because I fucking say it's fat. He gets out, opens the hood, and yeah, it's the same problem. And then he was just like, you know what? We're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going because we don't want the tow guy to charge us more, because if we're late to where we're supposed to meet him, then he can add to that cost. And so we were just like, nope, we're gonna keep going. Well, we weren't like that. My dad was like that, because I was just like, oh no, this can't be happening. But we were so close to where we needed to be. And so we kept going. And my dad, he was just like, you know what? You guys are not getting food, like, out of city, out of town, none of that. You can't do that. And so we were just like, okay. And honestly, we were hungry, but some of us had leftovers. And so that's what they ate. Or that's what we ate. At this point, y'all, I was sick of fast food because we had it literally every day at Disney. The food at Disney was so underwhelming. Like, it was nasty in my opinion. Like, there's only one good, well, I didn't try everything there, but the only thing I genuinely liked was Bengal barbecue or whatever. I don't know what it's called, but it was good. And it was just really good. But that food is mad expensive. Like, Disney is mad expensive, but what can I say? It was definitely an experience, you know? But anyway, we did meet the tow guy and yada, yada, yada. And that happened. And we got our food, which was, we had fast food. And that was Saturday, right? The 11th. And then on the 12th, we actually had fast food again. We had pizza. And honestly, I'm so done with fast food. That's not the whole point of the story. But yeah, both cars are broke down. I mean, we're depending on Old Faithful. And the thing is, so that was like I told you, that was all on Saturday. And my brother on Monday, which was December 13th. And today is Thursday, December 16th. And my brother, he had a appointment on Monday, the 13th, for a COVID test because he needed one before he gets his surgery. They want to know that he doesn't have COVID. We had no mode of transportation because the auto shop that the car got dropped off at was closed for the weekend. So my dad was gonna like call them Monday and let them know, like, hey, my son, he has to get surgery and we need this for mode of transportation. Like, can you please put a rush on it? And, you know, and they understood that, and like, you know, they put a rush on it. And so I'm grateful for that. But the thing is, they didn't put a rush on the white SUV, they put a rush on Old Faithful. So Old Faithful is what's getting us through. The thing is, Old Faithful, I don't know what's wrong with her, but she like shakes. Like, I'm so serious. The car literally shakes when it's on. So that's kind of how, that's what we're working with. And that's how we went to Sacramento to get for my brother to go get his COVID test. His surgery is not in Sacramento, it's actually in another city, so we have to like travel even further to get to where his surgery is at, which is tomorrow. His surgery is tomorrow, Friday, December 17th. And so yeah, we have to travel further and we have to wake up early tomorrow. So yeah, there's that. Let me not forget to mention that on Monday when he went to get his COVID test, the car said it needed more oil. So my dad told my sister the right oil to get, so we stopped at the AM/PM, and my mom popped open the hood. My sis, she tried to put the oil in there, or she didn't try to put it in there. She tried to get the thing open. I know nothing about cars. Again, I know zero, okay? So don't come for me. She tried to open the thing for the oil, and it wouldn't open. It was like, she couldn't do it. So my mom gave her like a paper towel, something to get a grip on it. It wouldn't work. So my dad was just like, you know what, come straight home. The thing is, we were supposed to get food out there, and so we skipped getting food and have to come straight home or go straight home, because or else we would have been on the side of the road trying to drive all these fast food places and end up stranded. And so drove straight home, and then that was the end of that. So now it's Thursday. I honestly, finals have been really kicking my butt, y'all. So that's why I haven't been uploading. But his surgery is tomorrow, and literally my little brother, he's my best friend. And am I nervous for surgery? I was a little bit when I first found out about it, but I let go and let God. I'm not really that nervous. I just have faith in the Lord, and so that's what keeps me going, you know. And so I'm really I just hope everything goes well. Oh, that just reminded me, now that the lighting changed, I just totally forgot to mention that what happened today. Let's add that on to everything else that's going on, okay? And I'll tell you guys that right now that the lighting is gone. Sorry, you guys. I was just checking out what's going on out there. But yeah, the reason the lights went out, because my bedroom light is on, but my ring light is on. The thing is, and I guess some of the plugs work. But anyway, so I forgot to tell you guys about this. So for a little while, like, some of the plugs in the kitchen would go out, like the outlets would go out, and so we couldn't use certain outlets in the kitchen because they would go out. But sorry, I'm out of breath because I went out the sorry, you guys, I'm out of breath. Let me just okay, yeah, so as I was saying, some of the outlets in the kitchen, they go out and don't end up working, so we have to use certain ones, you know. But my dad, usually what he does is he goes outside to the little power box and he shuts off all the switches to knock the power out, and then he leaves it off and then turns back on. And then sometimes the outlets come back, but for some reason they haven't come back yet. Like, the power in those outlets haven't come back. And now, that was only in a certain parts of the kitchen. We didn't think anything of it because it was like, you know what, it wasn't that big of a deal. But the fridge never went out, which I thank God for, or else we wouldn't be able to eat. Or we would, but we wouldn't be able to have like food storage, you know, if that makes sense. The thing is, it got worse. More outlets started going out. Like, all of them went out. The stove went out. Everything went out. The whole, because we have an island and it has plugs, that went out too. The whole kitchen is out. Everything is out in the kitchen except for the plug for the fridge, which that's all God right there, because how did everything go out except for the fridge? You feel me? Like, I'm telling you, bro, God, he be doing his thing. He got my back like chiropractic. He got your back like chiropractic. He always has your six, and that's on period. Okay. But yeah, so that happened. My sister, she shut down the power earlier. She shut down the power like a couple hours ago, and it didn't come back. But the thing is, she shut it down. She left it off for like a minute or two, turned it back on. So just now, like, as you guys saw, she shut it off, but my dad told her to do it for longer, so that's what she's doing, and hopefully it comes back. But some of the outlets in the house are still on, and yeah, we're having car problems, we're having house problems, and hopefully this all gets fixed. Okay, but y'all, and guess what we eating tonight? Or guess what we ate tonight? Fast food. I had some Chipotle. It was decent. It was cold, I'll say that, because I couldn't even heat it up in the microwave because the outlet was out, and I couldn't move it to another outlet because that outlet was out too. But you know what? These are first world problems, but I just wanted to let you guys know what was going on, keep you in the loop, because there's going to be more to come. So thank you guys for watching. And I hope to see you with power and hopefully Old Faithful getting us through to my brother's surgery. Amen. I'll see y'all uptown in the next upload, or downtown, down in the comments below. Peace.